My brother, do you think that social media there's just a lot of double standards happening?
Bro, there's double standards everywhere in social media.
Because the reason why I say that is like, obviously, the Shea Bar is one of them driving force when it comes to controversial content. So, and we got Andrew Tate, we got Young Philly.
Yeah.
Like, Andrew Tate's crime is, what is it? Multiple rapes?
Yeah.
What is it?
Multiple rape, sexual assault, abuse on women. There's a list that goes on. Obviously, these are all alleged. These are all alleged accusations. Nothing's been proven so far by the accusations that have been made against him.
Has been charged? He's on bail?
Yes, he has been charged and he's on bail.
Okay.
So he's waiting
for
a court date.
So with Philly, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, Philly has been charged and he's waiting for a court date as well. But look, looking across the board, we always have to pay mind to everything that's happened to real victims and victims that have been what they've gone through. We can't, until someone's convicted in a court of law, we can't necessarily always point the finger and make that judgment. You just don't know what's happened. But like you said, there is double standards because we look at Andrew Tate's situation and a lot of people are in Andrew Tate's corner in the comments saying, oh, these are lies, they're trying to cancel him, he's going through a lot.
Yeah.
But then you look at the Young Philly situation, he's now got a second accusation, and if we look at the comments as a general consensus, it seems that people are saying he's guilty within the comments.
And when it came out, what did you say? Did you see TikTok? I saw about 1,000
TikTok.
videos.
TikTok was dark. TikTok was dark, bro.
Darker than Andrew Tate, innit?
Yeah, it was dark, bro.
It was dark, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was dark, bro.
So what do you think? Do you think, like, obviously, look, my thing is, Andrew Tate, he caters for the guys, innit?
Yeah.
The young men, being men, move to gal, blah, 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 blah. So he's got an army of people supporters.
Yeah.
Young Philly don't have an army of supporters. He's got supporters, fans of who he is, but he hasn't got like men should be men. It should be. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and we also have to look where the double standards is coming from, like because there is a lot of women who are against Andrew Tate as well. So we have to look at it, but like I said,
do we feel it though? But is it because Young Philly's part of the culture, so I feel it and we feel it more?
Yeah.
Or do we? Or because Andrew Tate is worldwide, bro. And it coming like people don't like him, but I feel like people were like passing, like, oh yeah, my man's got them accusations. Yeah, okay.
As a general rule of thumb, our culture is always ready to build us up and pull us back down. That is black culture with anything. You know, they're quick to say you're washed, they're quick to say you're this, you're that, and drag you down. As quick as they build you up, as quick as they drag you down. That's within our culture anyway. That's an issue we have in our culture across the board. Yeah. But
obviously, man's for me, I deal with that, but I understand it, innit? So it's fickle, innit? Like, in the sense of like, whatever's going on social media is not the same that goes on in real life. For me, so it's like the opinions in the comments, it just helps with the algorithms. That's why 9 times out of 10 I don't even really delete the comments. Just say what you want to say, man. Yeah. Like, but my thing is like, I hear what you're saying, but it's like, bro, like, is it because people can't relate to Andrew Tate? Like they have physically not been in the same room as him, or
maybe.
Cause like I don't get it. Like for me. It's like we got Andrew Tate, we got Philly, but it's like who? Okay, cool. Because bro, like I don't.
So are you saying that you feel that the energy that's coming towards Young Philly is necessarily wrong, or are you saying the support that Andrew Tate is getting is wrong?
I'm saying as a whole, as growing up, anyone that's like in the jailhouse. What happens to nonces, bro?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying them two are nonces, but what happens to everyone that comes in, even if they're on remand, bro, accused and charged, but both of them are accused and charged. What would happen to them? You say it how it is. What happens to them? the officers tell us this person is
exactly.
rare.
They got a target on their back to get hurt.
Okay, so they have to move back to the VP wing, and the VP wing is the vulnerable prisoners wing that we can't access. Everything is, they do things by themselves. You get me? Mm-hmm. So it's like, for me, it's just like, obviously, you don't know what's going on here. You can't vouch for a man. You don't know what's going on. Like, anything could happen. An accusation, anything could happen. You get me? I done a video about Young Fiddy, and I'm saying, yo, boom, that case came out. Another case has come out. How many times before? Do you know what I mean?
Look, like I said, I think the two things that is different with the Andrew Tate and Young Philly thing is I feel like a lot of the Andrew Tate stuff, like Andrew Tate's a bigger star. So I feel like with the UK...
And he's speaking out.
He's speaking out. With Young Philly, he's gone silent. No one's heard from him since. Obviously, I don't think he can talk about the case due to the laws in Australia and everything. But I feel like with the UK, a lot more people feel it's closer to home. So with the UK especially, they're going to react.
So why do they keep on bashing these brethren though? Why don't Darkest, Chunks, Harry Panero? What are they meant to say? I just don't understand that.
I think you made it clear anyway in the video that you made. Yeah. What are they supposed to say?
No, at
the end of the day, but even them, at the end of the day, they obviously mostly speak to him in private, spoke to him, he's told them his side or whatever. But at the end of the day, no one can vouch for anyone in those situations, in those rooms. You don't know what's happened. That is not to say Young Philly has done anything. I'm just saying you can't vouch for no one in those situations. And it might sound unfair, but these guys have their own careers to think about and their own thing. So you don't want to go and show your solidarity with Young Philly, and then he gets found guilty at trial, and now you look like you're the bad guy. Now you get cancelled. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, whatever comes out in the trial and the trials and tribulations, what go through, that's when you're going to know what happens.
So are we saying it's double standards then? If we was in jail, bro, if we was in jail and we didn't know these people, and the officers told us, listen,
look,
my man's in jail for rare, would you say that? What you say?
But if they were both in jail, both of them would get backed up.
Of course they'll get done up.
Both of them would get done up. If we're
whether they're guilty or not
guilty, both.
What happened with that film that happened in America? They made it on Netflix when there was eight Americans. They got set up for. In the park.
Yes.
And it was a real film and real story.
Yeah.
And they got a big payout. And my man done like 20-something years. And they were saying he was innocent. What was it called? The One, or it was called something like that. You remember that?
I know the situation. I know the case you're talking about in the park happened in America. I know the situation.
I think someone got colassed or a girl got colassed and the police.
Yeah.
And in jail they had a hard time. I'm just trying to understand this, innit? Like I'm not. Bro, like...
Look, people are going to support who they want to support.
And guys, look, please, let us know in the comments, because I know sometimes people will hear this conversation that we're having, and straight away you're putting words into our mouth. We don't know what's going on. But this is what I discussed with bro, and I'm saying, look, let's talk about it out in the open, innit? Because I'm trying to understand online. Please let us know online what you think about the situation. Like, do you think it's double standards? Or do you think it's not? Like, what do you think it's because obviously we can relate to Young Fiddy and he's someone that's from our culture, so, or what? Because I don't know, someone's worldwide, that person's not getting as much hate as.
And you have to always look at it as like this. Humans are humans at the end of the day. So if someone likes somebody or they support somebody, they're always going to be on their side. You know, like whether people deem it wrong or right, innocent till proven guilty or whatever, you're always going to have the people. Andrew Tate has a bigger fan base, a bigger core base than Young Philly. So he's going to have a lot of support. There is, if you really look at some of the comments, there is some support for Young Philly in the comments.
No,
there is some support saying, oh, we don't know if this happened, there's this, there's that. So there is some support. He has it. And so I feel like because there's Andrew Tate's a bigger star, and obviously he's, like I said, he speaks about these situations. He's doing his weekly podcast. He's still talking to his fans and interacting, saying what's happening. People feel like, okay, they can relate and they can agree with him and hear his side. Whereas we haven't heard that from Young Philly.
Yeah.
And
course.
obviously with young Philly, he just had this new accusation. And obviously, from what I believe, he's not allowed to speak on the situation as well. But him not speaking on the situation doesn't make it look good for him.
Yeah, but that's still down to he's not allowed to speak on the situation.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying it doesn't look good for him not speaking on it or whatever, or his family members haven't spoke up or whatever. Like I said, like it's one of those things. So all we can do is say, look, he's innocent until proven guilty, and see what the trial.
Do you think that Philip Schofield got dealt with worse than young Philly?
Ooh.
Do you feel like Philip Schofield got dealt with worse than young Philly online?
Philip Schofield did have a lot of hate online. However, I go back to the thing with the culture as well. Philip Schofield did have a lot of hate online. But I go
with the culture. We know what's right.
Yeah, with our culture, like I said, it's like...
That's nonsense.
Yeah.
Bro. That's different. That's even another level.
Yeah, so like...
obviously, it's all on the same level, but that's like nonsense. You get me? Yeah. But do you think... Like, obviously, they done a damage control, put him in the island coverage, my man. They done some island for 30 days
they're gonna do.
That's
because
like some therapy.
Because look, you have to look at it as well. Like, Philip Schofield was on ITV, I believe it was.
Yeah, morning, innit?
Yeah, this morning for many years. So it also looks like, and supposedly it's come out later on, that people knew inside the offices in what was going on. So because of that, and of that high power, they have to kind of cover their tracks.
Did he get charged for anything?
No, because technically, supposedly from the reports and the papers, before they had an intimate relationship, the boy was over the age of consent, but they were in contact before. So technically, but look, it's a thin line, isn't it? There's a thin line.
I think online is like if you fit it, if you fall for the bait, if you fit it, you're one of them.
Yeah.
No matter what, because the day that I saw flipping Stormzy getting hate, I thought, everyone is doomed.
No, but
that was the golden boy.
Listen to me.
That was the golden boy.
Listen to me.
That was the golden boy.
Online,
so when I saw that happen to him, I said, anyone and everyone is getting it.
Anyone can get it. Anyone can get it. No one is bigger than the internet.
Yeah.
No one. The internet will always win. Understand that.
But if you look at it as well, if you look at America last year, everyone got cancelled. All the big players they came for.
Yeah.
All the big players they came for.
And look, you have to it's just one of them things. Like, it depends on the support that people have. You know, we look at situations similar to Donald Trump. Donald Trump had a situation where he done stuff that wasn't ethical with porn star or whatever he done, and it wasn't ethical, but he still had his supporters saying, well, he hasn't done anything, he still got voted into office this year, and he was about to go to jail. He was actually had a case about to go to jail.
To
be honest, it all just depends on your supporters.
So you're basically saying if man's got the biggest supporters, boom, like Tony Roberts?
Yeah.
But obviously, everyone has that narrative like that he's racist, but then he's got a lot of communities, Asians. You got a lot of communities that actually follow him.
Yeah, but
obviously, I don't know too much, so I'm not gonna talk on him. But I'm just saying, if you got the biggest supporters, then you can get.
I think people.
it's
I think online. I think online and reality is different. Sometimes online can get a bit clouded. There's trolls. There's people just saying stuff and doing stuff. But I also think as humans, like in reality, people know what's wrong and what's right. And it's whether they choose to accept that or not. Do you know what I mean? I feel as humans, you should have a moral compass to know what's wrong and what's right.
But I feel like the people that are actually clean-hearted gets the most hate.
Yeah.
I honestly think that. Bro, guys, I honestly think that. And people that talk the most badness or portray something, they get the most loved. That's why sometimes a lot of people crash out these days. They just don't care.
And you have to also remember negativity sells, innit? So that's why sometimes people are like engrossing it. Like going, do you know what I mean? Like that's what people want. Yeah. People want reaction.
If man made a video saying, man just saved this person from a crash or whatnot, it's not gonna get
No
free.
one, no one really cares.
Yeah, but if you send for a man like, oi, young Fume, how dare you? Boom, 20k, boom, your blood, okay. It's true though, isn't it? Like, okay, you get me? So I understand that. It's madness,
Yeah,
man.
Controversy sells, but yeah, there is double standards, and like I said, it all depends necessarily on the support people have. So like that's what like will push it. But like I said, at the end, I feel like as humans, we know what's wrong, we know what's right, and I feel like as humans with our moral compass, we should like go with that. But unfortunately, the internet is not.
Guys, please, this is a discussion. Don't shoot the messages. Right now, we actually don't know. We're just trying to figure out, is this person, or is both of them as bad, or are they both guilty? Are they both guilty, or they're both innocent, or they're both, or what's wrong with this person, what's wrong with this one? So the conclusion is, if you've got the biggest supporters, then the biggest supporters has the loudest the loudest clap in it in the room. If you're the biggest supporter, you have the loudest clap. It doesn't matter if you're going against the grain or with the grain, innit? So, guys, comment below. Let us know your thoughts, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Wish.